This video is part of a series of SSIS tutorial videos created by COZYROC. In this video, I will show you how to configure a package that loads the data from multiple files into a SQL Server table and adds a column to contain the name of the file. The package I'm going to configure will copy the data from multiple Excel files into a SQL Server table and add a column to contain the name of the file. Here we are in Visual Studio. I'm going to add a variable called FileName. It's a string data type, and I'll put in a value of FileName. And now we'll go get the for each loop container, drag that onto the canvas. I'll double click on it to open the editor, go to the collection tab. For the enumerator, I'm going to choose the for each file enumerator, and then we'll browse. So let me go show you the files we're going to be processing here. They're both Excel files. I'll open one of them to show you the columns we have in there and the data, and there is no file name. I'll be putting it at the end in the table that we're writing the data to. So you can see there's just two files here. They're both Excel files with .xlsx extensions. So now we'll browse to go find that folder. It's called Add File Name Demo. Click OK. Now I can just leave that to star.star because there's only two files in there and I want to read in both of them. And then here under Retrieve File Name, we could do the name and extension. We could do fully qualified. I really don't want the whole file path. And I'm going to choose name only. I don't need the extension. And then we'll go to variable mappings, and we choose our file name variable, and we leave the index set to 0. Then we'll drag the data flow task into the for each loop container and double click on it to go over to the data flow. And now we'll go down and find the Excel source component, drag that onto the canvas. Double click to open the editor, and we need to set up a new connection manager for this. So we browse to that location again where the files are, and then I'm just going to choose the first one. And we leave first row has column names checked. And click OK. And we're going to choose the correct sheet, which is called Gaming Revenue. And we can preview it. There you can see all the columns. Close that. Close this editor. Stay tuned to see how I add the file name column. And now we need to use the Derived Column Transformation. We'll drag that onto the canvas, connect the blue arrow, and this is where we're going to create our new column. We'll call it File Name. And then for expressions, we're going to drag our variable called File Name into here. Now you can see it sets the length to 8. And I want it to be 50. So I need to make a change to the expression here. And now our length is 50. All right, we close that editor, and now we'll go down and get the OLE DB Destination component. connect the blue arrow to that. Double click to open the editor, and we need to set up a new connection manager. So I click on New, and that's the correct database. And then we'll change data access mode to table or view fast load. And then the table doesn't exist yet, so I click on New. And this way you can see it's including FileName as one of the columns. And I'm just going to change the name of the table to Gaming Results. And I click OK. And now you can see that the table exists, but it's empty, and it does include a FileName column. We click on Mappings so that all the columns get mapped. And down here at the bottom, you see FileName is there. Click OK. And now we'll save the package, and I'll execute it. All right, so it was successful. We'll stop debugging. Now we'll go over to Management Studio, and we'll look at the gaming results table. And there you can see a lot of rows, and over here we have file name first and then second, which are the names of our two files. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to follow us on social media, here's how you can do that.